Hello, class. There are over 8 billion people on this planet. As a society, especially in the US, we use and consume constantly. But what no one ever thinks about while driving a car or heating up a house is what if we are using more than the Earth can provide? We all love this planet and or the resources that it provides for us. But can you imagine using our planet's resources so much that there is none left? This will be the reality we will face one day if we do not reduce fracking significantly. Through more extensive research and what I have done now and presented in my last speeches, I know with full confidence how fracking is a detriment to us and our planet and that there are ways for us to help. I would first like to start off with the detriment of future and ongoing reliance on fracking. Our complete reliance on fracking will have more negative effects on us than just environmental and health risks. Not only will the affordability of gas go up, but our resources will plummet. The less supply there is, the more expensive it will be. According to National Geographic 2014, recent projections indicate that by decade's end or a few years after, the U.S. oil production from fracking will likely flatten out as supplies will be depleted. National Geographic also states that the Energy Department's estimates of reserves of shale oil, those that can be recovered economically today, is only about 10 billion barrels. That's about a sixth technically recoverable reserves and less of a year and a half's worth of current consumption. Now that we have talked about the reliance on fracking, let's talk about how fracking has caused these root issues and what the future will look like if we cut out this cause completely. Fracking is the root cause of many environmental issues, though it is through its large contribution of gas and oil. So a life without fracking would be an environmentally beneficial one for our future generations. Nature Gas states that the reduction of harmful emissions would lead to significant improvements in public health, migrating respiratory diseases, and other population-related illnesses. Cleaner air also contributes to combating climate change, as greenhouse gas emissions would decrease substantially. Waterways would also benefit from reduced population, preserving aquatic ecosystems and supporting biodiversity. Another excerpt from naturegas.com suggests that shift from fossil fuels to renewable energy would come with new and more sustainable ways to do things. Researchers and innovators would need to explore sustainable methods to replace these products, ensuring that they will meet the demands of modern society without compromising environmental integrity. This shift would encourage creativity and innovation, leading to the discovery of new materials that are both functional and environmentally friendly. This shift would also benefit us economically in the long run. Though some believe that taking away fracking would be horrible for our economy, UN.org shares that clean energy sector jobs already outnumber fossil fuel jobs, employing almost 35 million people worldwide. In 2023, 16.2 million people were employed in renewable energy sectors and up to 13.7 million in 2022. Renewable energy can also help us with those who are in impoverished areas. According to Climate Promise in UNDP.org, the world would also achieve universal access to electricity and clean cooking in 2060. 193 million fewer people would live in extreme poverty, 142 million fewer people would face malnutrition, and 550 million people would gain access to clean water and sanitation. This leads us to the big question: how can we reduce fracking? There are many ways that we can help the reduction of fracking, one of which is being educated enough in the matter to be able to advocate towards it. There are institutions like the American Petroleum Institute, or API, and the Independent Petroleum Association of America, the IPAA, that can get information on fracking and the negative effects that it has. Books such as Amity and Prosperity dive into personal stories and community impacts that are also helpful to learn more about fracking. You could also look up fracking online and insert your location to know more about what your area and your community regulations are on fracking, and what groups that you can go to learn more. Organizations are a great way to learn against fracking, or advocate against fracking. These organizations include Sierra Club, Earthworks, the NAACP, and well as broader coalitions such as the Americans Against Fracking and the California-based Californians Against Fracking. Protests is also a great way to get involved and really let people be aware of the issues at hand. In conclusion, fracking is one of the most detrimental parts of climate change, our environment, and our future economy. Our environment is being used abundantly for resources, and fracking is the main cause of this. Thankfully, we are not too late to make a change, and there is still hope, and we can reduce this use of fracking. Educating ourselves and others on this issue and pushing for change. This is how we are going to get closer to our end goal. Thank you.